2020. That alone is clickbait. Oh my god. 2020 couldn't have been any more extra. Like guac 2020 was. We had well, Kid Cudi dropped a new album. We had Murder Hornets, and then we had that one situation. Emily in Paris was good. I think that's called The Pandemic. Loved Molly's Game. Did I miss anything? We also got really good makeup. I have gotten so many questions, so many DMs, so many comments telling me, asking me, yo, what was good of 2020? Like, what were your favorites? Skincare, makeup, beauty, hair, snacks was also a big one. I don't know if I'm gonna talk about all of that. Skincare will probably have to be a completely separate video. Pero like makeup, but we could talk about that today. And not only am I gonna just talk your ear off about it, I'm gonna show you guys what my favorite products of 2020 was, what my all-time favorite primer, what my all-time favorite foundation, what my all-time favorite makeup palette was, and a few other variants because I couldn't pick one of some of the items. Like I wanted to, like I was there, but I wasn't all the way there. Okay, like a B can be decisive, but a B also has a hard time picking favorites. Okay, like I couldn't tell you what my favorite Kanye West song is, but I can tell you what my favorite Kanye West song is from each album, if that makes sense. So for primer, that was one of the things I had like a few of, because primers are difficult for me to just pick one. Like I know a lot of people aren't about that life. That's fine. You know, you're allowed your own opinion, as incorrect as it might be, but I digress. I love knowing that there's like a layer in between just foundation and my skin. Like I just need a protective little layer, a sheath of some sort. I had a few, and as some of you guys may know, some of you guys may not, some of you guys might actually not even know me. Hi, what's good? My name is Mariaagloriaa, and I have a makeup channel. Yeah. I like to moisturize. I think my favorite pre-makeup moisturizer of the year, hands down, has to be the Good Molecules Silicone-Free Priming Moisturizer. This one is 12 bucks. It is amazing. It has no dimethicone, which, if anything, got super picky in 2020. Yo, wasn't just our immune systems. Shout out to them though, what's good? It was my skin. My skin got incredibly picky. It started just really breaking out in the beginning of the year, and like right now, it's just that time of the month, you know, it's hormones, it's just being a woman. But I figured out that my skin hates dimethicones. Like it just beefs. It doesn't like rough alcohols, like denatured alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, any of the alcohols. It just, no thanks. I had to get really picky with the primers that I was using, but most of all, like the moisturizers that I was using. So this one from Good Molecules is the one that does the trick for me. I super love it, super cheap, and non-greasy, non-oily base that you need to apply makeup over, and I love. I also was a very big fan of these silicone-free Laura Mercier canvas primers. I think my favorite one had to be probably the hydrating one, but I took that one home. But the one I have here is the illuminating one, which I truly, truly, truly adore. This one's one of my favorites. I can't get enough of it. Laura Mercier is expensive, but you get so much product, and honestly, it's so worth it. And then the really bougie one that I super loved is the Tatcha the Silk Canvas Primer. This one, holy glob. I didn't pay for it. I actually got it when I went to my Makeup by Mario makeup class in New York. This came in the goodie bag. Yo. This one came in super clutch because I don't know if I would have ever spent the money on this. I probably would have. The cool thing was I didn't have to. It was a gift. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a mixture of all of these to my skin just because I can, and they actually do layer pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. For setting sprays slash primer sprays, I only really had two, and I don't really foresee them changing, if I'm being honest. Like, they're just my ride or dies, and they've been my ride or dies for a while. First, of course, is my Urban Decay All-Nighter. I don't know what it is about this specific spray, but even now that my skin is headed in a more dry direction, I still really like the way this leaves my makeup, because Urban Decay All-Nighter has never left me completely matte to the point where I look cakey and gross. It leaves me a sort of natural matte matte that I really, really like while still controlling my oils. The one that has recently joined the party, however, is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm not the biggest fan of Morphe, and I'm always going to be the first to tell you, but I actually really like this spray. I think this one particularly is actually really scented, which I don't really like, but it does give you, again, a natural finish, and I just love the way it sprays. Like, the way it sprays is my favorite. This one particularly is a holiday one, so it does have a really strong scent, which kind of scares me, if I'm being honest, because of alcohol and stuff, but I kind of don't let it freak me out too much because I already have my protective layers of moisturizers and primers on. This is just another little extra step, and I do really enjoy it. For foundation, again, foundation is one of those that I really couldn't choose. I mean, I could choose, but I have to give you guys options because I feel like I've been loyal to this one. I have caved into needs, but the Wet n Wild Photofocus stick is the one that I just keep going back to. I can't get enough. This one is $4. Stupid cheap and so ridiculously good. I don't even like stick foundations. I could care less about stick foundations, but this one for some reason just blew them all out of the water. I love this foundation. I use the shade Gold Medium Honey, and it's the one that I always reach for when I don't know what foundation to wear. It's like the one I just keep going back to. It's the one that I know I can trust. It's the bottom B. It's the foundation. But I will say other favorites this year was the Rare Beauty foundation. The only reason this isn't going to be on my face today is because it's way too dark for me. I'm going back into my winter shade. This one is also a little bit too mattifying for me, believe it or not. Like, I never thought I'd say those things, but it is a little bit too mattifying, and it's cold outside and there's a chill today, and we're not gonna go this route because of that reason. But I really love the Rare Beauty foundation. Like, I love it. I can't wait for the warmer months to be able to start enjoying it again. And another one that I've super loved is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This one shocked me. I never thought I would ever purchase this foundation. I was a L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte for the longest time. For years, that's the only foundation I ever wore. I would look at this and literally scoff. My oily skin can never. It's just not something that's gonna happen. Like, it's so good. And it's not incredibly glowy. Like, when I first bought it, I was like, honestly, I can't go with the Pro Matte because the Pro Matte's just too much for me now. A girl's gonna be 30 years old in like 3 years, and her skin is definitely changing with it. And now I'm like wearing luminous foundations because it's just what feels better on my skin. And I'm so in shock that I like it so much. Like, I really, really, really do enjoy this foundation. But I am gonna go ahead and use my Wet n Wild Photofocus stick because it was just the main one. This one really held it down for me this year, okay? I love it. Now we can go ahead and move on to the eyes. I know I went ahead and did my eyebrows before, which I probably shouldn't have because I want to show you guys what my favorite of 2020 was. For 2020, there really was no contender for eyebrow pencils. Well, there was, obviously, but there wasn't contenders, is what I'm saying. Like, there's no plural. There was only one. I stayed V-loyal. Once I discovered this one, I was like, I'm not going back. It was the Brandon Ferris of eyebrow pencils. And it shocked me so much. And when I tell you I've bought at least 15 of these pencils, that's not a joke, that's not an exaggeration. And then I gave a bunch of them away. I don't know why, because now I literally don't have one in front of me when I had two here, but I already ran through them. It was the Shein eyebrow pencils. This one right here, I'm gonna pop up a screenshot just so you guys can see it. It is $3, guys. Yeah, this is why I buy like 5 of them at a time, and I still don't have one to show you. This is obviously not the brow pencil I used today, because if I would have had it today, I would have shown you guys today, okay? But it's such a good brow pencil, you guys. It's so creamy, it's so pigmented, it's so easy to use. It has a fine point. The spoolie slaps. The formula, it's just good. We are gonna go ahead and move on to eyeshadows now. For eyeshadow palettes, y'all are gonna wanna throw hands at me for this one. And I totally understand why. Like, she's a controversial broad. Not everybody likes her, but you guys know how I feel about her. The KKW Classic Palette. Obviously, because I'm a review channel and you guys don't really see me do tutorials often, you guys don't know what palette I go for whenever I'm just doing my makeup. I'm gonna give you guys the answer right now. When I come here just to do my makeup, to go to a family event, when I come here to film a video that doesn't require you seeing my makeup getting done. When I do my makeup at home, this is the palette of my dreams. This one is one of the palettes of hers that actually comes with a mirror. I'm a nudie patootie person, guys, when it comes to eyeshadows, clothing, you name it. I love tones like this, and if there's one thing that Kim Kardashian got really well with her makeup line is tones. Formula, you can go ahead and discuss that amongst yourselves. I have my opinion about it, and again, if you're here watching me, it's because you wanted this opinion, so I don't want to hear any complaining. But I really actually enjoy her formula a lot, and I like her eyeshadow palettes a lot. I think they're a good price. They're $40, which puts every eyeshadow at around $3. If you're not, you know, putting in the price of the packaging in the mirror. Another favorite of 2020 was Scotch tape. Literally couldn't do this without you. It's around $3. I think that's a really good price point. I super like her eyeshadows. I can get so many looks out of this palette. Looks that I want, looks that I like, looks that I enjoy. Again, I'm a nude, soft glam, no makeup look type of broad. Alright, and I went ahead and skipped along to eyeliner just because I had to get it done and I'm nervous about it, and I get like eyeliner shy. And my favorite eyeliner of 2020 hands down is the Rare Beauty eyeliner. I don't know what it is about it, guys. It's just so good. What comes close to it, I would say, is the Roller Liner by Benefit. I'll go ahead and pop up pictures of both of them right here just so you know where to get it, how much it costs, all that good stuff. But I really do like both of these eyeliners. However, there's something very special about the Rare Beauty one. I don't know if it's the tip, but it just moves and it just helps you create a wing with such ease. Both are equally pigmented. Both don't really bleed, and I love them so much. For mascara, KKW is still on the winning train. I keep coming back to it. I don't know why. I have tried other mascaras that are honestly really good, but I keep coming back to the KKW, and I think it's just because it works with my lashes so well, and there's just something so unbeatable about the brush itself, how black it is, and the formula. I just love it. I know this one comes as no surprise to you guys. It's $18. It's not the cheapest, but it's also not the most expensive, and honestly, guys, I think it's worth every single penny. Another favorite of mine has been nude liners, and the Rimmel one kicks butt, guys. I've tried so many high-end nude liners. I've tried ColourPop's. ColourPop's not really high-end. I've tried the Makeup by Mario one, which honestly isn't as good. The Kim Kardashian one, which honestly isn't as good. If you want a nude liner for your waterline, Rimmel all the way. This one is called Nude. It's their Scandalized 24-hour one. It wears for a really long time. It's absolutely stunning. I love the tone of it, and it just glides on. And for concealer, this one kind of surprised me. Not really, because I knew Makeup Forever just kicks butt, like no matter what, but I didn't expect to fall in love with this concealer as much as I did, especially considering how my skin has just not been loving matte products. But the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Concealer, I love this concealer. This one hands down is my favorite concealer of 2020. I know that that may come as a shock to a lot of people because I never wear this concealer on camera. This is just the one I go to when I'm not filming, guys. This is the one that I've worn to parties and special events because it wears a really long time. This is just my one that I'm like, oh, special occasion, I can pop out my Makeup Forever concealer. As for the powders, I have 3 that I really love this year. Again, I couldn't just choose one. One is my Dollface Beauty powder. I really adore this one. I think it's one of the best powders at the drugstore. I think a lot of people are sleeping on it, to be honest, because it's really affordable and it's just a really great powder overall. And it's actually a really good dupe for the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Powder. This one is their pressed powder. I love this powder. You guys know how much I love this powder. You guys have seen me use it over and over again on this channel. And to bake and really set my entire face, nothing has beat my Laura Mercier one. I don't use a ton of it anymore, especially during the winter. But when I really want my makeup set, when I really want to look super beat and I want my makeup to last, the Laura Mercier one 100% is the one I love and I trust and I go to. For 2020, however, all 3 of these have my heart. For bronzers, there was 2. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I actually decided not to wear the cream bronzer underneath all this because I feel like I got a lot of coverage going on. I just didn't want to do that to myself. But the MAC Studio Fix Stick. This, again, I'm not the biggest fan of stick foundations, and I bought this originally to review it thinking that this was my shade. I don't know where I thought NW35 was gonna be my shade. I really don't, but it's definitely not. It's very dark, but I love this to bronze, especially over the summer. Like, this was my go-to bronzer. I loved it. hands down one of the best bronzers ever. I highly recommend using cream foundations a couple of shades darker than you to bronze up your skin, guys. It's honestly the way you're gonna get the most sun-kissed natural looking bronze. Game changer for sure, hands down. But for powder, I really like the Wet n Wild contour powder, and I don't know why I ever stopped using this, because I used to be obsessed with this like 3 years ago, and then I stopped using it, and then I recently repurchased it, and honestly guys, hands down, this is one of the best bronzers at the drugstore. I don't know what it is about this shade specifically, but it kills it, and it's perfect when it comes to bronzing and really warming up the skin. Okay, obviously, we're not gonna end out this video without lips. For lip liners, KKW, hands down. I love her tone. I love her formula. I love that you can sharpen and resharpen her lip liners. They last a really long time, and again, her nudes are perfect. Her tones are perfect. I love KKW lip liners. For lip glosses, now this is where I was like, I don't know. I love the Maybelline lip lifters. They give you a plumped up look and a plumped up effect without feeling sticky and heavy and or gunky. But the one that won 2020 for me, guys, hands down, is the Lunar Beauty lip gloss in Moon and Jupiter. Jupiter I keep at home. Moon is the one that travels with me everywhere I go, and Moon is the one that I'm wearing on my lips right now, along with the KKW lip liner. This gloss is everything. Ridiculously glossy. It is the perfect nude. And for those of you guys who are interested but haven't taken that leap, this lip gloss is lip injections without the needle. Like, this one makes your lips look huge over any lip liner that you apply it to. Like, it just gives you that illusion. Ridiculously stunning. He also, BT Dubs, created one of my favorite blush palettes of the year. One of my absolute favorite palettes of 2020, period. He did an incredible job on both of these. I'm actually not somebody who necessarily follows Lunar Beauty, but he shocked me when he launched these, and I'm just so proud of him. I'm so with these products, and I love them to bits and pieces. Worth every single penny, guys. Definitely go check these out. And that concludes my 2020 beauty makeup favorites. Again, I'll have to do other ones for skincare. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it answered all the questions you guys had. I made this video specifically to answer all those questions, and I really hope it did, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Again, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I'll try to get to you as much as I possibly can. I want to thank you guys for giving me this idea and being so responsive and incredible this year, and being so supportive and loving and kind. You guys honestly mean the world to me, more than any of these products, more than any lip gloss, more than any lip liner. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited for 2021 and what it has to bring, and I will see you in my next one.